Hi, guys. It's Toasty Biggins, and I know that I haven't recorded a video in about 5 months or so, which is kind of a long time. But the main issue I started having with my Krono Trigger LP is that the jokes I felt were getting a little bit stale, and it was getting harder to come up with new ones because they were all pretty much based off of the same subject for like 13 videos. And for those of you who haven't played it, Chrono Trigger is a really long game. And people who have played it will probably know that I was maybe less than a tenth of the way through the whole game. So I'm gonna take a break from it for a while. And I was trying to think of new games to LP. And I was thinking about some of my favorite 16-bit games. And I remembered an SNES game called The Illusion of Gaia, which was one of the first ones I ever played for the Super Nintendo. And it's a lot of fun. And it was made by a company called Quintet that made several SNES games in the 90s. And it's sort of part of like a larger series of games, but that's the only one that I've ever completed. So I decided to go back and play the other ones. And before I started on that series, I decided I would lead off with Actraiser, which is a really good game, not as well known as some other games from that time period, but it shares a lot of the same themes and a couple similar ideas that are in the later trilogy of games that Illusion of Gaia is part of. So I thought I'd start with that one. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And I'm going to turn the volume down a bit there. It's a little bit loud. As you can see from the title screen, I'm going to be playing the Japanese version of Actraiser, and that's for the main reason that it isn't censored. And as some of you will, oh man, those beepy noises are really shrill. Yeah, the text in this game can get kind of annoying. The main reason is that the American version was censored because Nintendo of America in the 90s had a policy of censoring out religious references in their video games, and this game is pretty much nothing but a religious reference because you play as God and you fight the devil. So you can see how that would be kind of a problem. And in fact, I think in the Final Fantasies for a while, in the American release, the spell holy was renamed white, which doesn't make any sense and is dumb. So I'm going to be playing through the Japanese version because they keep the original text intact. And as a side effect, the side-scrolling segments of the game are more difficult, which is a problem because, as you're about to see, I'm really, really bad at side-scrolling, like action platform type games. And I apologize. I'll probably edit these videos a lot just to make them watchable, because there will be a lot of stupid deaths probably. But you know, I'm going to try my best. And the thing about Actraiser, for those of you who haven't played it, that really made it stand out is a combination of side-scrolling action gameplay and top-down sort of town-building, like God game type gameplay. That's really fun. So as you can see, you start out in heaven, which makes sense because you're God, and you have this little naked baby angel helping you out. You've got a couple options here, but none of them really work until you complete the first action stage, because as you may have just read, there are no humans left, like in the whole world. They were all destroyed by a demon, so we have to do something about that. And to get the humans back, we have to free their souls by killing monsters. So the first order of the day is to go down to Earth and bust some heads. So let's get to it, shall we? Here you can see application of Mode 7 graphics to create the zoom in effect that was really cutting edge back in the day. People use that for all kinds of stuff. If you like the F-Zero on the SNES, then you'll know that they used Mode 7 to great effect to create those scaling racetrack type of graphics. And yeah, so as you can see, God has taken the form of a statue with a sword. He's not immune to birds. Birds will hurt you in this game. So will bees and monkey men and brambles and trees. Well, certain trees, not these ones, obviously. But yeah, my point is, for being a statue, he's still kind of vulnerable. Ow, ow, yeah. So I've already lost over half my health, and this is going pretty well. Playing for like maybe 30 seconds right now. So yeah, this is great. You know, there's these seed guys. They're killing me. And oh, hey, look, I died. Well, another thing you can also probably tell is that the music is really awesome. For this game, especially this first level, and it was composed by a gentleman named Yuzo Koshiro, who did the music for the other Quintet games in the 90s, and also was the composer for the Ys, the Ys, you know, that series of games. It's spelled Y-S. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Ease, but that always seemed kind of weird to me. Yeah, well, if you've played those games, he's the composer for those. I haven't. I just heard that he was, so, you know, thought I should tell you. Oh my god. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Eat it, monkey man. Crap. Now, I want to jump on that tree man's hand, because even though he looks scary, he's actually a friendly tree man. I'm gonna get that heart, and then I'm probably gonna... Okay, I made it. Wow, this is going really well, like, for me. I'm gonna try not to use save states on the very first level, because, you know, I still have a little bit of pride. This is actually my second time recording this video, because the first time, I got a new laptop since I made my last Chrono Trigger video, and this one has a built-in microphone that's like a pinhole near the top of the keyboard, and it's really horrible and doesn't really pick up any kind of sound whatsoever, which is weird because, you know, it's a microphone. And the recording program I used defaulted to that, so you can just like hear me murmuring in the background of this gameplay. The first time I recorded this, I actually took a lot longer to complete this segment of the game. It literally took me, I believe I ran out of lives twice in the course of completing that first stage, which was kind of depressing. This time I have a little practice under my belt, so I'm not quite as horrendous. Yeah. So, now that we've defeated the boss, the first two humans appear. Out of lightning, I guess. Which is kind of cool. Presumably they're gonna start procreating. Anyway. Yeah, this starts the god building, game building, town type extravaganza section of the game. And it mainly involves controlling this little angel to fly around and shoot arrows at stuff. And I'm also impressed that they use the word thaumaturgic, because that's a pretty cool word. It's so cool they probably took it out of the English version. They probably replaced it with like magic or something lame like that. I mean, not that magic is lame. Like, magic is pretty sweet, but like as a word, thaumaturgic is superior in almost every way. Also, the humans like to pray to you a lot and tell you stuff. So, get used to that. And they usually like how trees are hard to remove. It's funny, they invent all kinds of stuff in this game, but apparently the axe is never one of their inventions, because they rely on your lightning to destroy trees pretty much all the time. And that always struck me as a little bit inefficient. It's beautiful sound effects right there. Another thing you might notice about Quintet games is they like to reuse sound effects a lot. So, like, a lot of these noises, like, if you keep them in mind, you'll probably be hearing them throughout some of the other games I'm going to be playing. Especially, I remember Illusion of Gaia uses these noises quite a bit. The little explodey sounds and the sounds for like souls flying around. Yeah, these monsters have souls in them. So that's what those little blue orbs are. And the more monsters you destroy, well, first it refills your spell points at the top right of the screen there, so you can use more miracles. And second of all, it frees human souls that you can use to make more people. And to get more people to show up, you just have to tell the town to expand in a certain direction. So, like, for instance, I could have them build over here. Now, eventually my goal is to get them to destroy that monster lair, because they're the only ones that can do it. And the goal of each town building section is to destroy all the monster lairs, and then once that's done, you can do another action stage and beat the boss of the area, which will render it free of monsters.